took somebody through this the other day. All right, so many of you have probably heard us talking about the top of our experience here and 1 billion connectors, right? Now, how many people, type it in the chat, how many people log into just Facebook, not Twitter, Instagram, TikTok? How many people log in to just Facebook, one of the social media platforms every day? Type it into the chat. I just heard an update stat on the way in today. Okay, 3 billion. Over 3 billion people a day are logging into a social media platform called Facebook. All right. Now think about that. There's 8.3 billion humans on the planet, and 3 billion of them are logging into one platform, Facebook, every day. Okay. We're not going to compete with that game. We don't want to try to win the social media game. As a matter of fact, we think that social media is actually causing an unintended consequence. How many of you think that the people who are logging in there every day are becoming happier, healthier, and wealthier, HHW? Or do you think that a lot of people are becoming unhappier, sicker, and broker by being on there, USB? Type it in the chat. You think more people are USB or HHW on that platform? Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem that we get to solve. But we're not going to try to compete with building a social media platform. As a matter of fact, we're going to create the world's first what? I'm right-handed, so I'm going to change my hands here. We're not going to create a social media platform. We're going to create a social what platform? What kind of platform are we going to create? We're going to create the world's first social impact platform that actually helps people become happier, healthier, and wealthier. We're going to use some of the same mechanics that the social media platforms use, but we're going to reward people to become happier, healthier, wealthier by taking at least three actions a day, tracking those actions, rewarding those actions. That's what we call proof of action. So imagine you open up the app and for 20 seconds, you hold down a little button, you talk to the app, and it uses AI technology to give you your emotional state, your mental and emotional state. Maybe you're happy and excited and joyful and in a visionary state. Or maybe you've had one of those days where you're feeling a little slow, you're feeling a little upset or lonely or angry or whatever it is. Well, the app will not only help you learn that, but it'll help you change that. And what if you can also, so boom, you check it off, we can track it, you get rewarded for checking in that day. What if also you could get up and walk around or do yoga or do whatever, and the app could track that and reward you for it in your health actions? And then what if you could do some wealthy actions? Maybe you're sending out invites. Maybe you're using the Switch trade platform that Brad's going to talk about. We can track and we can reward behaviors that help every single human become what? HHW, become happier, healthier, and wealthier. That's what's amazing about this is we have the technology to help people do this. Number one, change your life. So together we can change the what. If we help enough people change their lives, that's probably actually the only way that we can help enough people get together to change the world. So I wanted to cast this vision because sometimes you hear us throw out these numbers like we want 1 billion connectors playing this game. Well, that's only a third of the daily users that log into Facebook, and they're not even getting rewarded. Their data is being sold. We're actually going to reward and incentivize you for playing a game that improves your life. Now, out of those 1 billion connectors, we're going to have 100 million what? What are we going to have? 100 million users of our impact brands, products, and services. Okay. So we want 100 million users of impact brands. Brad is representing an impact brand called Switch. They have products and services that are game changing. Nobody in the world has these technologies, but not enough people know about it. So he's going to talk a little bit about those platforms and how can we use some of those products and services that are going to generate real world value and real world revenue. So 1 billion connectors, 100 million users of products and services. And then down here, what? 1 million node owners. Now think about that. 1 million node owners who are running the nodes that are verifying these transactions and are supporting this social impact game. This is a pretty achievable number if you think about it. If we just had 10 brands, and we have 15, but if we just had 10 brands and they're allowed to sell 100,000 nodes, guess what? 10 times 100,000 is 1 million. 1 million node owners, okay? And most of you are node owners, if not all of you. And then finally, down at the bottom, 10,000 block bots. Block bots are people who are saying, you know what? I want to play this game at the next level. I want to invite people and inspire people to play this game, to become happier, healthier, and wealthier. So I wanted to share that because I know some of you, Ranjit and Stacy, and a number of you, you were in that program. You got to meet our brand presidents. You got to do this 9-week challenge. It was amazing. You learned a lot about their products and services. But we've obviously ended that. So now we want to start bringing some of the brand presidents back. They have incredible products and services, but they also have some promotions, timely things that are happening between now and December 11th, okay, which is 7 days away. So we asked Brad if he would come on, if he would talk about Switch, share the products and services, and also then talk to you about the node offer that's happening right now. Okay, so any comments or questions before I turn it over to this amazing human to lead you guys through what Switch is? I know a lot of you know what it is, but to take you deeper into it, any comments, any questions about the vision, about the mission that we're on? Are we all good to go? All right, I think we're good to go. Brad, the time is yours, my friend. I said we give you 20 minutes. You've got
You're
take
awesome.
20.
Yeah, this is great. So, Jim, first off, I even put a nice colored shirt on. I'm usually in a hoodie, and Jim still makes me look bad. I want that shirt, dude. That's a good looking shirt. So, looking good as always. So, anyway, love you, Jim, and I appreciate Connect letting me get on to kind of just go over a couple promotions as well as our product, like he was talking about. I love it. I use it all the time, and in fact, it's funny. We all know Wright Senior called me today and said, "Hey, my Coinbase account has been frozen for a year. I need to use your account. Can I get?" And I'm like, "Well, it's about time." So anyway, we got him signed up today. We're signing up, and it doesn't seem big, but it's big for us because we've been building this for about 4 years. But we are having 5 to 10 people sign up for our Switch trade platform a day, and so we're proud of that. But let me reverse on and talk about the promotions because there's a couple of them right now. The first one, it seems like I think Mike asked about it, and then Nick posted in the chat, and Jim mentioned it, is the ability to buy the Switch Node for $2,500. Most of you have been or joined Connect within the last year, and you're really the true pioneers of Connect. Connect started the same time as Switch, but it took a little bit to get going and getting the leaders there. Allie and Steven have been working on that for the last 4 years, about the same time. In fact, we're in this little place called the Kiln, and we all sat next to each other. Any long story short, we were selling nodes, and everyone loves Switch, so the price of our node went crazy. We wanted to reward all of you early pioneers, block bots, and say, hey, how can we help them be a part of the Switch community? So we have done this $2,500 node purchase, so you don't have to do the 9,200. It will go back up after December 11th. But Nick did post the instructions. One thing we couldn't change in Connect because of their code is the price. We couldn't drop it to the 2,500. So you'll go all the way through if you're using a wire or USDT to the very end, and then you will manually send the USDT. If you have USDT in your Connect Pay, do not choose at the very first to pay with your Connect Pay wallet. Choose pay with external wallet USDT. You still can pay with that money in Connect, but if you do that, it will say insufficient funds if you choose the pay with Connect Pay. So those are some simple things. The price isn't going to change, but you send the 2,500 in through USDT, or if you do a wire, you send the 2,700 through the wire. And when you are filling out your wire instructions at your external bank, please make sure you put in the ID, the transaction ID, and that's in the wire instructions within the Connect checkout process if you choose wire. That's a very important thing because we have about 25 to 30, we call them orphan wires, where we're having to find manually who sent this money in so we can match up their nodes. And luckily, people every day are emailing me saying, my nodes have been issued, and then we can track it down. But it's so much easier if you put in the transaction ID in your external bank's wire memo. Just put transaction ID. And if you're buying more than one node, put 3 switch nodes, whatever. So we can match them and get them issued. So
If
that's
you
the
have
one
any, Brad,
promotion.
if you have any that
Yeah.
you can't place, you can just put them to me. I'll take responsibility.
Yeah, I'm sure. In fact, if we don't have everyone's in by the 11th, we'll send them to Jim. No, I'm just kidding. We will get them all issued to the right people, but it's taken a long time. So please do that on the wire side, and we appreciate you following those, even though it still shows the 92 or 9,300 bucks, whatever the switch node is at. So we are grateful for all of you, and that's why we're doing that because we love Switch, and so does a lot of the rest of the world. The second part is what Jim's talking about. We want you all to use the Switch platform, and we don't want you to use it just because we're saying use it. It's the cheapest out there. I have so many testimonials that I get emailed or texted. Patty, for instance, just said, "Hey, I've been trying to get my money out of Coinbase for the last 5 days to get it to buy another token, and she hadn't. And then she realized, oh, I have some USDC in Switch, and she was able to use it instantly and buy crypto that day. And so it's awesome to hear those testimonials, but we need more people using our platform. We have two updates. We will be adding the top 50 as far as market cap tokens go to our trade platform. That will be XRP because I know a lot of people want XRP. That'll be XLM or Stellar Lumens. That will be Solana. A lot of the top cryptos that are out there, we will have the top 50, which will compete with the rest of our trade or our competitors as far as the exchanges go. So back to our promotion with our exchange. We currently have one going that for every 15 people in the US that you sign up with our trade platform, that mean, and it's not an easy process. It will take them 30 to 40 minutes, and then they have to wait a day to go through KYC. So those 15 people, you'll have to say, hey, it takes a minute. You got to do KYC, and then you got to connect your bank account. But if they do it and then buy a minimum of $100 of any crypto, that can be Bitcoin, that can be Ethereum, that can be USDC, that can be USDT, Gala, those cryptos, if they buy a minimum of $100, that person counts as one towards your 15 people who have bought crypto on our trade platform. When you do that, you email me or you email, and I will pull up post the email. I just realized I didn't have that up here, but I will. You'll email me the 15 people, their name and their email, who have bought crypto through our platform, a minimum of $100. If they want to buy more than $100, then encourage them to do so. That's just our minimum. And then you, the person who's getting the five, gets a free switch note. That's a $9,300 value that you're getting just by signing up 15 people to use the best platform out there to buy crypto. So if you have any questions on that, and I'm looking up the email real quick, Al, if you can find it, it was in the email yesterday that Switch sent out for the switchboard newsletter and posted in the chat. If you could help me with that, would be awesome.
There's a
Um,
number of questions coming in from the chat too. I don't
oh,
know if you can see those.
okay. Can Australia play? Great question. We will be doing this globally. We're 2 weeks out from testing our global platform as far as exchange goes. It will have the top 50, which will be, someone asked, will Chainlink be on there? Yes, Chainlink will be on there. We are a little behind on the international stuff because it's 160 different countries that we will be going to. So yes, Australia will be there. It's just we are launching that in Q1 along with the debit card, which everyone's been asking about the debit card. That seems like the biggest thing, which we love it too, because there's not very many competitors that have a debit card connected to their exchange where they can just hit sell Bitcoin and then go take their digital card and use Apple Pay or Google Pay. So that is in Q1 internationally. Currently, the exchange works in the US. Was the offer only for US? No, the offer is for everybody. Blockbots and their network. The $2,500 is for anywhere. You just have to do it through Connect with those instructions that I mentioned, and I think Nick posted them about 300 chats ago. So you'd have to scroll down. Yes, Canada can. So good, Bitcoin, Mike. And I want to share this story because it's really cool. Those of you that weren't in Las Vegas, I met a young lady there who showed me her Coinbase wallet. She wanted to buy one Bitcoin. I shared this yesterday, so I apologize to those of you that heard it. She had $108,000. This is a couple weeks ago. Bitcoin was at $95,000. She tried to buy it. It says insufficient fund. You need more cash in your account to buy a Bitcoin. So that was like $13,000. That's 13% that they were going to charge her to buy one Bitcoin. Our fees are 4%, and we show them. Where was confused is on your Coinbase when you check out, it says Coinbase fee, $2.99. And that's the only fee they show you. So she was like, why isn't this working? I have plenty of money in there. And I showed her, I said, the problem that you're missing is when they sell you Bitcoin on their platform, they increase the price of the Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or Chainlink by 10% or more. And you don't see that. Or if you're selling yours, they drop the price of your Bitcoin to less than what the actual, that's called a spot price. So they go up or below, but they don't show you that. So it's super confusing. So you could go to our thing and like, oh, Coinbase says only $2.99, and yours is saying 4% for non-stable tokens. So that's whoever sent that in about the Kraken and Coinbase. We show the 4% fee for non-stable tokens, and we also show the 1.5% for stable tokens like USDT and USDC. Let me make sure I'm answering all these questions too. And Stephen, thanks for posting that again. Did I miss any, Jim? Other question? I don't want to waste time scrolling through here. Um,
And I say keep rocking and rolling. They can repost if
okay,
they.
okay, cool. So hopefully I answered those questions. Now I want to go and I'm going to share my screen to kind of everyone's like, well, how do we get set up? What do we do? And I'm going to show you two websites that will help you get set up. So let me share real quickly here. Okay, I've already gone to switchrewardcard.com and I'm already inside. I've logged in because I live on the side of a mountain, like I was telling you yesterday, and I miss the internet waves and it's really slow. Once you go into Switch Reward Card, and all of you who have signed up um, after April of this year, you already have your login credentials, which are the same as your Connect login credentials. So you don't have to re-sign up. You just use your Connect login credentials, and that will get you into here. When you get into the switchrewardcard.com website, over here on the left is our menu. You want to go down to Setup, and you click on Setup, and this will bring you to these 5 or 6 different bullets. I've already signed up for 4 of them. But the two, if you want to use our trade platform, the two that you need to go through is first is verify your identity. That's called KYC. Your account, if you don't have a trade platform, will have a get started like this button here on the right, this blue button. We'll have a get started right there. You'll go through that first. You have to go through that step first. The second one, once you're done, you'll go through here and this will set up your trade wallet where you can buy and sell crypto. There'll be another button over here. These 2 steps to get approved and everything will take it. Well, they'll take you about 20 or 30 minutes to go through the verification and the KYC and all that stuff. But for our team to then go in and approve the KYC, you'll get either an email or an updated email saying, hey, we need this or something. That does take a minute. But these are the 2 steps that you do. Once you're done, you will then have your trade wallet and you can go in 3 business days later and it will be there, which will look like this. And this is where just below setup, you have the trade wallet on our menu on the left side. You click on trade wallet. That will bring you to this screen of trade wallet. You then will need to, under the digital US dollar, you'll need to connect your bank account. You do that either by clicking on withdraw, and that gives you 2 options. You can either do a wire transfer and it tells you, hey, subject to incoming wire fee, which is $15, and it does take 1 to 2 business days. If you do it before 2 p.m., it lands that same day. ACH is 3 to 5, but this is where you click on and you add your bank account and you say how much. I've already connected my account, so I just put in how much I want to wire, how much I want to wire out. So you'll connect your bank account or your customers if you've already got your account set up and you're trying to get the free node. And then they'll just go here and click on buy Bitcoin. And they've connected and sent money in. This digital US dollar can't show a zero. See how mine says $223. I can buy $100 of Bitcoin. You can see how slow my internet. That's just so then I put in $50 or $100 and then I purchase. And this is what I wanted to show you. where we show you the fees. So I'm buying $100 worth of Bitcoin and it's $95.80 is how much I'll get, or 0.00096. Then I hit acknowledge, I hit buy now, and it will process my order. And I'll be getting $100. What's cool, and a lot of the other platforms don't do this, is okay, it's been submitted. I'll bring this up and it will show me how much I have pending, and that should hit in the next 10 minutes. And what's cool about that is I can then instantly send that Bitcoin to Jim and not have to worry about the hold time like some of our competitors do. And we'll hold that crypto for 14 days. So see, it's showing there right now. It's pending $95. I don't know if you guys can see that in the light gray, but that's the money that I'm going to get. And this is pulling $100 out of my digital account. There's Ethereum, USDC, Tether, and Gala. Like I mentioned, we're adding 50 more tokens in the next week. Cross my fingers, two at the latest. And that will be available, and all the different tokens will be available there. We want everyone to use this. It's an awesome platform. We're doing a promotion. A lot of people have asked me, okay, well, tell me the utility of the Switch token. We have 8 different use cases or utility for the token. One of them is when I click on this arrow over here and I buy, and I showed you that 4% fee. As soon as we get to the 10,000 users on our platform, we will then have a button that says, to process this purchase of Bitcoin, you need X amount of the Switch token to pay for it. People love our platform. They're going to use it once they start using it and get everything set up because we're the cheapest out there, and they're going to find that out. And we're the fastest, and we are super easy to use. The utility for the Switch token will be placed throughout every product that we have. Our debit card, which is going to be global, our exchange, which everyone will use, 10,000 bare minimum. It's easy to get to 10 to 100,000 users. And I tell this to everyone. I said, guess what? Guess what the daily trade volume of Tesla is? 20 million. Do you know what the daily trade volume of Bitcoin just today was? And I'm going to pull it up right now. It is, give me 2 seconds. Some of you might be already be looking up and be faster than me. Today's trading for Bitcoin is $77.8 billion. Tesla in one day, 20 million. 20 million. Bitcoin today, $77.8 billion. We need a tiny little share to create a huge utility for the Switch token. And we have the best products out there for people to buy and sell crypto. So if you can't feel my passion, I think Jim was talking about the excitement at the end of the year. I freaking love this because I've been building it for 4 years. We finally have it. We're going to be launching globally in the Q1. And I love the Connect network. You all are very supportive. Get your account set up at Switch and get your 15 friends. We want to get you a note. So you guys are all awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Steven. Thanks, Allie and Jim.
Awesome. Hey, you got some questions I think are worth diving into here, and I'm going to kind of go from the bottom up. One of them is, if I buy a node, what does that do? So Louis asking, if I buy a Switch node, what does that do?
Yeah, that helps strengthen. You're basically becoming a community member of the Switch blockchain, which is not owned by Switch Reward Card. You're now a community member, and you get for each node you get one vote because, like I mentioned, the Switch blockchain is owned by the community members, which are the node owners. We don't, Switch Reward Card doesn't do that. We need community members to build and grow. Our responsibility is to create utility or use cases for the Switch token. So that helps you become a community member. And as long as you run your node 6 hours a day, you then receive the Switch token as a reward for letting the Switch blockchain use some of your compute store and storage power from that node.
Awesome. All right, Vicky's saying, so if I want to buy a Switch node by the deadline of December 11th, I have to start the process at least 4 to 5 days before the deadline. Is that right?
No, she's mixing the two offers. You can go buy the $2,500 node today through Connect, and you can either do a wire, or you can, if you have USDT, you can do USDT. The part that you're confusing is the other promotion of the 15 Switch trade wallets that you need your friends to sign up with. Those are different. So no, you can get signed up right now and get a node, or you can work on. We probably will, just as a precursor. We will. Well, I'm not even going to talk about that. So
Cool.
you're combining those, Vicky.
Yeah. Do you have a flyer? I know we'd sent one out to everybody, but do you have a flyer that shows your?
Yeah, we have an email with all this. I'm going to give that to you because we only send it out to the Switch node owners. I'll give it to you guys and you can send it out to the Connect people if you're okay with that.
Let's see. People are asking for recordings of this. Danny is asking for recordings so they can pause and rewind. I guess the instructional part of that. Um, how close are we to 10,000 users is a question.
We are at about 2,500 right now. So, and we have not announced this or done. Some people ask me, what's the marketing strategy? We're trying to save up some funding to go to, you might have heard of Brave, which is a crypto-based browser. And that's where millions of people use, instead of using like Internet Explorer or whatever, we will be paying they charge you a lot of money to advertise there because it's very effective. And that's a goal of ours to get there with a couple other things. But, you know, we didn't want to pay marketing companies millions of dollars. We'd rather pay you by giving you a switch node and having 15 of your friends use our products.
All right. Tracy's asking, how private is it? The government, or AKA government, wants to know everything here in Australia.
Well, we only give the information as a transaction history, and then it's up to you to do it. We're not an accounting firm, so we just encourage you to talk to your accountant on that stuff.
Okay. Very cool. All right. I think most of these questions are pretty similar. Wayne had a customer support thing. I shot that to you on the side. What else? In order to okay. I think most of these. Any last minute questions, you guys, before we hop off?
I am putting in the chat the support website where all our FAQs are and a walkthrough of how to set up your Switch account, how to add your bank account. It's support.switchrewardcard.com.
Awesome. And the I know the node promotion is till December 11th. What about the 15 accounts?
Well, it says till the 11th, but we are bumping that to the 31st
Okay,
of so just that's what we're gonna. One other announcement is we do have the Switch community call on December 12th at noon, and everyone's welcome on that. And that link will also be to register on that email that I'm going to give to you, Jim, to send out to the Connect community.
send it to Allie.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'll send it to Allie.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for hanging on an extra 3 minutes. Super exciting stuff from Switch. We will see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I may not be on. I'm going to be heading back to California through Las Vegas tomorrow, so I'll be on the road for next couple of days. And but looking forward to connecting with everybody soon. On behalf of myself and everybody here, remember, until we connect again, have fun, and remember, it's your choice to create your ultimate life. Game on.